Here's how Palestine went from being part of history's biggest empire to the center of today's biggest conflicts in just 5 minutes. In 1517, the mighty Ottoman Empire swept into Palestine, defeating the Mamluks and planting their flag over Jerusalem. But this wasn't just another conquest. It was the beginning of a 400-year chapter that would completely reshape this ancient land. Think of Ottoman Palestine like this. Imagine your neighborhood being part of a massive apartment complex. You have your local building manager, but the real decisions come from the landlord across town. That's how Palestine worked. Cities like Jerusalem, Nablus, and Gaza handled their day-to-day business, but ultimately answered to Istanbul. What made Ottoman rule unique was its millet system, kind of like having different resident associations in that apartment complex. Jews, Christians, and Muslims each had their own communities and courts, but all lived under one Ottoman roof. Jerusalem's Old City? Picture 4 different neighborhoods, each with its distinct culture, all coexisting. But by the 1800s, things started getting complicated. European powers began eyeing the region like vultures circling prey. The Ottoman Empire was weakening. Imagine that apartment complex starting to fall apart, with new property developers showing up with their own plans. Then came World War I, the ultimate wrecking ball. The Ottoman Empire bet on the wrong side, joining Germany. When they lost, everything changed. The British and French carved up the Ottoman lands like a Thanksgiving turkey, with Britain getting the slice called Palestine. Here's where it gets really interesting. The British had made different promises to different groups. To Arab leaders, they hinted at independence. To Jewish leaders, they promised a national home. It was like selling the same apartment to 2 different buyers, and we all know how that usually ends. When the British finally left in 1948, they basically handed over the keys and said, "Good luck." What followed was a series of wars, shifting borders, and competing claims that we're still dealing with today. So there you have it, how Palestine went from being a small piece of the world's largest Muslim empire to the center of one of its most complex conflicts. It's a reminder that sometimes, to understand today's headlines, you need to look back a few centuries. The Ottoman legacy? It's still there in the architecture, the food, the culture, but most importantly in the lesson that different communities can live together, even if it takes some serious work to figure out how.